He actually sent me a message. Now 30 seconds is sufficient. So there we go. Yeah, I definitely keep everyone on their toes. Okay, so basically, this again, I want to super respect everyone's time and be very cognizant of the fact that I know there's been a lot of meetings this week for sure. Lots of stuff going on. I We're in kind of cursory. So one kind of point of interest, and this kind of piggybacks off a statement that I mentioned yesterday in chat. We had a meeting with Dex Pools. So Dex Pools is that new kind of emerging tech. It's actually like a completely trustless swap that will. I don't want to say it won't replace PancakeSwap and Uniswap and all those things, but it will most likely be a secondary buying option that they're going to be trying to partner to integrate with those platforms to support a completely slippage-free trading experience. So anyway, that's a very super simple overview of what they're doing. I think it's a really interesting tech. Jade has a pretty aggressive pool of people that kind of vet their investments. And the second I heard that Jade was actually moving on Dex Pools, I literally that day got in contact with the Dex Pools private seed round manager. We met today. The core team and I are going to review the information that he provided post the meeting that I had with him. And if we feel like it's going to be something that could be beneficial for the community to move on, we're going to have them come in and give an AMA to the entire Ignite community. And at that point, if the community vote is this looks like something we should actually do, we'll probably be looking for $100,000 allocation based on what they said they might be able to offer us, and it would be a pretty, these are these kind of things that if they go and they do well, they do really really well. So again, it's not hopium or getting anyone's too excited, but there's lots of things happening, lots of things kind of in the pipe. There's new launches that are coming up over the next couple of weeks that we're scoping out as what I'm going to say. When I say safe, I have to say that in the context of no ability to kind of predict market conditions, right? The only variable that we can actually monitor with any high degree of ability is that these teams are not going to rug. And right, so from the perspective of being safe investments, we know that we're not going to stick our money in there and have it be maliciously taken. So there are new launches coming up in the next couple of weeks. Right now, without disclosing details, everyone, there's a lot of eyes on Moves 2, well, specifically Move 2 right now. So that's, kind of underway, and, we'll be in progress for the next foreseeable future. Move 4 window and Move 2 contribution windows closed today. And the Move 4 group is in current debates about how to go about executing their move. And one of the things that I've been kind of observing with a lot of the discussion over chat in the last couple of days, a lot of people have probably noticed me jumping in a lot into conversations saying, hey, you should do that trade inside the fund. I need to really clarify that the reason that I'm going to be doing all of my own trading inside the fund is I want to help for even my own trading. If I'm the only person in a move, the sell actions that happen, even if I'm just collecting the profit for myself, the sell actions and the fee schedule that help build the charity wallet and the fund base, what I want people to realize is, think about a scenario where, let's say in a half year or a year, we're sitting on a fund base of $1 million, right? If we, as Ignite, say, okay, you know what? It's been a bit of a rough month for everyone. We're going to pick up a play on this new reflection token that's launching. The fund is going to put in, right, the majority of the base. So let's say we're going to put in $20,000 of that base that's sitting there, right? We don't have to be aggressive, right? We can vote it up. But let's just say I'm just picking a number based on what we did with Move 1. We're going to pick up $20,000 on launch. And all we're asking is this is an even contribution move where everyone puts in just 0.1 BNB, right? So it's an actual pure blessing rewards play. For people that can just, we leverage the fact that the fund base is there for us to make the play without people having to put big money in themselves. And when the sell action happens on that, yes, everyone will get like small 0.1, percent, whatever their 0.1 accounted for on a much bigger with the fund having the biggest percentage. And what is that advantage there is everyone gets the big rewards from the interest, and we actually still get to grow the fund itself via the sell action on that bag, right? So there's a couple of us that have talked even today. Several of us post move 2 are actually going to be starting move groups that are going to look like very small moves that in some cases are going to originate with one or two people who are like, yeah, I'm doing this trade, starting it as a move, right? The move parameters will be the person I talked to today. They opted for an even distribution of both interest and bag sell. That means you're fully getting bag percentage of interest and profits, which means it's no different than trading on your own, right? You get out what you put in, less the fees that help grow the fund, right? And again, the reason that I want to stress that to everyone is I know giving up 12%, because it's the 8% that goes to the fund base, 1% to the charity wallet, right, and 1% to the accelerator wallet. Remember, the accelerator wallets I haven't really fully explained to people, but the accelerator wallets can become those perpetual secondary passive moon bags that, the strategy that I talk about, and I've talked about a lot in the last couple of days with having people think about in terms of, don't look for the one token that's going to generate you your single source of monthly passive, right? Go for, at the end of the year, let's say if we can have 200, right? 200 passive bags that are doing everyone in that move $10 a month, right? Well, you've just got $2,000 a month now, right? And I'm saying $10 a month because we've seen these volumes just tank, right? So I'm saying, okay, if we've got big enough bags that are moon bags that can generate, $10 a month per person that actually contributed into that pot, right? And even if it's not $10, even if it's $5, right? We can just keep growing the number of those essentially small passive streams that are adding to everyone's monthly income without them having to have gone out big in terms of how to actually get in on those plays, right? So what I'm saying is the reason I'm encouraging people to trade inside the fund, right? We have the mechanics to manage the the actual execution of the only reason that people won't trade inside the fund, really, primary reason they won't is because they don't want to give up 12%. And that's totally fine, right? I'm not begrudging anyone for not wanting to do that, but, for aligning around the vision and helping support the growth of that fund base faster and the charity wallet faster so we can actually start, doing some of the even more exciting stuff independent of the trading. That's the only reason that you're going to see me continuing to encourage people to strongly think about how can they go about trading inside the fund. So don't ever take it as I'm trying to say, oh, guys, you have to do it. If you're not doing it, it's never going to be like that. I just know what the long-term potential can be for our entire community when there's a large fund base there that we can actually leverage and deploy, let alone the crazy stuff that we can do with the charity wallet as it's being built up as well, right? Remember, we're starting from ground zero right now, and because we haven't done any sell actions, we have no fund base and no charity wallet. Actually, no, that's not true. We did have somebody exit a move early, and we took fees that we have to move to the fund base and charity wallet, and that will actually happen right away here. But outside of that, the first deposits to those two wallets are going to be as a result of move 2 and its sell actions. So again, I just needed to go, I needed to kind of just, if you see me jump into a conversation, I'm going to be encouraging, saying, hey, you should think about doing that inside the fund. I do not want anyone sitting there thinking, oh, JP is going for a money grab. It's not that at all, right? I just know what we can do with that fund base on behalf of our community and the charity wallet on behalf of our community as it gets built up. And the only way it's going to get built up is literally executing moves, performing sell actions to distribute out profits, and adding to those respective wallets and rinse and repeating the process. Yeah, that's really about it in terms of, I don't want to, I'm trying to get better and better about kind of condensing the format of what's going on here. And really, the reason I'm keeping it to 30-minute sessions is, if people don't really have questions, that means we're either doing a great job answering or other people are doing a great job answering on behalf of, the community itself. You'll notice that we got our kind of, I'm going to call it lightest form of community management issues that kind of sprung up this week in terms of people that were coming in to just literally not even introduce themselves, but fully just take advantage of community numbers. Shios actually has a really brilliant idea that he pitched last night as to how we could actually manage people just dropping in, asking for help getting a whitelist spot with no prior introduction. And I think the strategy or the idea that he actually identified is quite brilliant. And again, can just be something that kind of facilitates helping the fund. One thing that I want everyone to consider, and this is again, falls in line with the same thing that I just shared. A lot of people are out there busy grabbing or trying to grab whitelist spots. A secondary option, right? Think about if you're going to do a whitelist buy or pre-sale, right? We've got the bot there that can actually do the, a multi-wallet send across, right? So these whitelists that people are going out and trying to grab addresses for, right? Probably 70% of you or more have had the experience of having your whitelist spot and not being able to exercise it because the pre-sales are heavily botted. Remember, and I've said this before from a technical implementation perspective, you do not need to go through the pink sale interface to participate in a pre-sale. As soon as that pre-sale goes live, the reason that those things are typically filling up so fast is they're getting bots who are sending directly to the pre-sale contract address, and you do not stand a chance in most of the cases. Right. And so one of the things we want to talk about, again, this, we'll call it a fund service, is we could actually take, because our bot has the ability to actually execute actions across multiple wallets. One scenario that we could actually leverage, and this is kind of community strength move, is we could actually pool all the whitelist addresses that people collect for a given pre-sale, have the bot attempt to buy across all those wallets during the pre-sale, right? So again, it's going to do that, parallel multi-wallet attempt to send to the pre-sale contract address. And whatever wallets we manage to actually land on, right? Those are the wallets that actually get used for the essentially roll-in move that can just essentially initiate with the people that had this. The net result and the fund, the fund growth perspective is that pre-sale purchase, when it does its sell action, right, fee schedule still applies and the charity wallet grows, the fund base grows. And in the optimal scenario, we talked about it, if people were up for it, the fund could retain 10% of the tokens that are issued to leave as the moon bag for the move group itself, right? So, and again, that's not a thing that's not a necessity, but it's just, again, we're in the very much kind of brainstorming out loud with the community as to how these things can operate. So, what I want to say is, we are pretty busy right now building quite a lot of tooling in the background, and we're going to be in a position post move 2, post move 2, a couple of weeks post move 2 closing down, to be able to start talking at a more high level about some of the tooling we're building and how we're planning on deploying it and how we're planning on actually leveraging it from a community engagement and kind of user experience perspective. So keep thinking about that as you're going through the motions. But because we want it to be we want more of our community members to win at the pre-sale game, right? And my personal opinion from a technical perspective, the only way to beat the bots is to bot the bots, especially in the pre-sale game. So, there's absolutely just logical value and strength in numbers, and basically, pre-sale storming with a parallelized wallet attack, essentially, and I'm saying attack in the positive sense. So, something to think about. And again, getting back. Oh, sorry, my dog is my dog is literally going into labor here. Um, the think about the whole concept of running the moves in the and the running your own even individual moves inside the fund, right? You have full autonomy over those moves in terms of how you execute them. If it's just you, all you're actually doing is you're actually being willing to give up some percentages to help grow the charity wallet and fund base, and have the ability to actually leverage the tooling that we're building around executing these trades themselves. But again, at the end of the day, right, we care more that people are here first and foremost. The conversations that are happening are incredible. The way that people are helping each other is very humbling. And CryptoCat gave a presentation today on crypto transaction reporting. It was incredible. It's even for myself, it's got me rethinking the way that I actually track my own crypto transactions. So, I think that the strength of our community is undeniable, in my personal opinion. People recognize a difference when they jump in here. And I just, I'm going to call that absolutely just, God's favor on this group. And I think it's pretty incredible. So, I just, I'll keep saying thank you to all of you because you're making this an absolutely just, pleasant experience. As busy as things are and as crazy as things have been in the last couple of days, it absolutely just brings a smile to my face when I jump in and see everyone engaging with each other in just that incredibly massive positive ways that they are. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to add for today. But if there's any questions, we got 7 minutes. We can take more if we need more. But I want to be, again, massively respectful of everyone's time. So any questions, concerns, thoughts? Does not look like it. All right. That's probably it's either a really good thing or a really bad thing, but I'm being the eternal optimist. I'm going to go with really good. So again, hold on, BP, I'll bring you up. I clicked the button, VP. You can just click accept the invite to the stage.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you can hear you.
Yeah, okay. No, there's one little thing. I thought that this GTR guy is coming to here and talk to us. So,
no, that was in the Move 4 group.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't going to be on the. Yeah, that wasn't going to be on the community. Like Justin's here, but he actually already addressed. Oh, sorry, VP, you gotta mute yourself when I'm talking because you get the echo. You get the echo back. No, Justin already presented to the Move 4 group in the Move 4 stage. Again, we try to keep Move specific conversations isolated to those stages themselves versus at this top level community level. Again, that gives the advantage the Move group has is being able to move with a little bit of anonymity in respect to the larger community as a whole, and that's advantageous to the positions that they take. So yeah, that's the only reason he's not readdressing at this level, is not everyone here might be in the Move 4 move.
Hey, Jake.
Hey, Richard, go ahead.
Yeah, just a small administrative thing I was going to mention to this group would be, as we tag the different moves for Discord verification, it actually we can track anything. You guys can use different wallets for each move, but it actually is probably better for both ends, both for ITF and you guys, if you use the same wallet. I'm building a system tonight probably that will be able to essentially just track, if pre-verify you for a next move if you use the same wallet that you have in a previous move. So again, you don't have to, but it'd be probably easier for both ends if you use the same wallet for a given move.
So so be all end all to that. My recommendation is if you're like, oh, I don't really want to use that wallet because got out right, maybe just post whatever move you're in right now. Maybe make the next move that you participate in an excuse to just create a net new, Ignite move wallet for yourself, and that's where you do all your moves inside of Ignite. If you want to just take advantage of the auto Discord tracking mechanism that we'll have in place to allow you to just be auto added to the move group in Discord if you've already contributed using that same wallet. Any other questions? Thanks, Richard. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. Does not look like any other questions. I think we're okay. All right. Okay. Well, if we don't have any questions, we can give everyone 3 minutes of their evening back, and have an incredible evening, everyone.